Give me 2 minutes, and I'll tell you a story. Any baby boomer will tell you that Frank Sinatra was an icon in the 20th century entertainment world. Most of what I know about Sinatra is secondhand from either my parents or my journalism teaching days. For years, I instructed students about advanced reporting and narrative writing techniques using the legendary 1966 Esquire magazine article by literary journalist Gay Talese, Frank Sinatra Has a Cold. As the story goes, Talese was told at the last minute that Sinatra had canceled his scheduled interview because of a head cold. But through Talese's persistence, he was given permission to be on site and observe Sinatra from a distance for several days. Talese wrote his oft-honored profile without ever interviewing the famous singer and movie star. However, the determined journalist conducted dozens of interviews with support sources, family members, friends, business associates, and others who were part of Sinatra's world, including bartenders, waiters, waitresses, and casino employees. My best Sinatra anecdote comes not from the Esquire article or from a journalism classroom, but from a dear friend, the late, great Ron Wise from Cleveland, Ohio. Back in the mid-1970s, Ron and his then-girlfriend Linda were visiting Las Vegas. Throughout his life, Ron considered Vegas hallowed ground. He revered the Strip and its colorful history, from Bugsy Siegel's Flamingo Hotel days through the Rat Pack era, and even on to Wayne Newton's heyday. One evening, after catching a show, Ron and Linda were drinking in the main bar at the Sands Hotel. Ron knew this was a favorite hangout of Sinatra's when in Vegas, but Ron didn't know if Old Blue Eyes was in town. But he was, and he just happened to enter the Sands Hotel bar with his entourage, while Ron and Linda observed from afar. They were in awe, as if a king or president had sauntered in. What happened next defies logical explanation, but it became part of Ron's remarkable personal narrative for decades to come. Sinatra was in very good spirits on this evening. He went through the bar introducing himself and shaking hands. He spotted the dapper, debonair Ron and his pretty petite girlfriend, a pair of cute Midwest 20-somethings, and he came over to greet them. That alone would have made for a great story. But it didn't end there. Sinatra invited Ron and Linda to join him and his group for dinner in a private dining room. The stunned couple, of course, accepted the invitation and found themselves with about a dozen others enjoying a sumptuous meal hosted by Sinatra. After dinner, the famed entertainer approached the Cleveland pair once more. As he drew near, Linda was overcome with emotion, and she fainted, slipping off her chair onto the carpet. When she came to, there was Frank Sinatra, kneeling by her side, dabbing her face with a linen napkin dipped in ice water. As Ron recalled, "I thought she was going to faint all over again." Sinatra helped Linda back into her chair and bid the couple a fond farewell. Now, I've met some pretty famous people in my life, but Ron Wise's tale about a gracious and generous Frank Sinatra beats any anecdote I can muster. His narrative makes me recall the adage, how real life is often stranger than fiction. It certainly was for Ron Wise in Las Vegas on that magical night long ago. This is Mark Massey. Thanks for listening to my new weekly series, Give Me 2 minutes, and I'll tell you a story. Stay tuned for more entertaining episodes, something to enjoy in these troubled times.